Okay, let's talk about modifiers and how the size of your modifier affects the look that you're going for, right? So I love shooting with really big modifiers. The modifier that I love the most, that I work with all the time, is the Westcott 7-foot parabolic umbrella. I use the translucent ones, and I have lots of reasons for doing that. You can see in some other videos that I'll link in the description below. But one of the questions I get asked all the time is from people who work on location. Maybe they go, ooh, big truck going by the studio, but maybe they go to their clients' homes, or they're just working in a small space, and they don't know if they have room for a big 7-foot umbrella, right? Which is totally fair. And so they want to know if they're going to get the same look using a smaller umbrella. So here's the story. When it comes to light modifiers, the rule is the larger your light, right? The larger the light source, larger the light modifier, the softer your light is going to be. And of course, this is all relative to your subject, right? So if you're photographing, flowers or something really small, of course you don't need a giant 7-foot umbrella, right? You can get away with using a smaller one. Or if you're using a baby, you can get away with a smaller one. But what you need to know is that the larger the light source, the softer that light's going to be, so you're going to get a softer shadow, and the smaller your light source, the harder that light's going to be. So you're going to get like a deeper shadow, all right? Also, the size of your modifier is going to have an impact on the spread of your light, and the bigger your modifier, the more that light's going to spread all over the place. Smaller the light modifier, you're not going to have as big a spread. All right, now I like to use translucent umbrellas, and I shoot them like a bounce. I don't use them as shoot through. So when you do that, the light spills out the back and bounces all over. And that's one way that you can help create a larger light source, is by bouncing that light, right? And that will help fill up the shadows. But in the examples that I'm showing you here today, what I did is I photographed, my posing doll in my studio. Sorry, she's a little creepy. Once with the 7-foot Westcott parabolic, and then again with the Westcott 45-inch umbrella. And you can just see the differences, right? Like the 7-foot's it's a little softer, and the 45-inch, the shadows are a little more defined. So you just want to think about those things. You can make anything work, right? It just depends on the look you're going for. So if you are going to create that big soft light like you see in my work, then I recommend use the biggest modifier you can, right? So for me, that's the 7-foot. A 5-foot would work great. And even the 45-inch one that I have here, I use sometimes, and it works really good too. It's a little more dramatic. So just play around with it and see what you like, okay? So I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.